Hey everyone, welcome to yet another video from Grassroots Education. Today's video is about actual IELTS exam questions from the 19th of March 2022, and this is only for the academic test. There was no GT test held that day. Let's start with writing task 1. Now, today I'm going to talk about two sets of questions, one that came in the morning slot and the other that came in the evening slot. Now let's look at the morning slot question. So this was a bar chart that contained global sales of different kinds of digital games from 2000 to 2006, and there were four categories of digital games: mobile phone games, online console games, and handheld games. Now, because this is a bar chart, the classification of body paragraphs is going to be simple for you. You just have to pick up categories that had similar trends, group them together and put them in a body paragraph. But remember, because it's a bar chart, you don't have to include every single value that's present. You have to pick up key features, you have to pick up turning points in the graph and mention them in your body paragraphs. For the overview, you need to identify which particular category had the highest sales, which one had the lowest, which one had major fluctuations, which one didn't, which one had the highest sales across all years, or which one had the lowest sales across all years. You'll have to find out these patterns and mention them in the overview. Remember, in your overview, you're not going to mention specific values, whereas in your body paragraphs, you're going to do that. Moving ahead to the question that came in the evening slot, it was a line chart that contained global population trends as a percentage between 1950 and 2040 for urban and rural population and population of different ages. Now here again, because it's a line chart, you will follow the same pattern that you did for the bar graph. You will have to identify how the population grew, whether it was steady, whether it was steep, which age group grew fast, which section of population grew fast. You'll have to identify these patterns, put them in the overview. Because there were two graphs here, it's naturally logical for you to write them in separate body paragraphs. So urban and rural population come in one, and the population of different ages come in the other. Okay, so let's move ahead now to understand about writing task 2. Now, if you're watching this as a general training student, this might be useful to you as well. Structuring answers of writing task 2 is a problem for any student. So let's look at the question that came in the morning slot. Some people think that the best way to reduce travel time is to replace gardens and parks in the cities with apartment buildings, whereas others disagree with the thought. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now, sometimes students make the mistake of misunderstanding the question. The question actually tells you that you can reduce your commute time to offices if you replace these gardens and parks that are there in cities with apartment buildings. So what you're going to do here is to support the view in one paragraph and go against the view in the other. In your introduction paragraph, you're going to make it clear as to what your opinion is. Do you think this is a wise move or no? You're going to put that very clearly in the introduction and support these views neutrally in the two body paragraphs, and in your conclusion, state why the other view is bad. State why you're degrading the other view when you believe in a certain view. So that's how you're going to structure this answer. And some ideas to elaborate these thoughts are that when you replace gardens and parks in cities, it's going to help obviously reduce travel time, and this reduction in travel time is beneficial to workers or employees who have busy jobs. To go against this thought, you may have to support the idea of environment conservation and say that this can go against the environment. This may cause a lot of pollution because you're replacing the greenery with apartment buildings. Head to the next question of writing task 2. It is not necessary to travel to other places to learn about other people's cultures. It is sufficient to gain this information from books, movies, and the internet. Look at how the question gives you clues to use these ideas as examples. Now, the question was, do you agree or disagree? Now, here again, in your introduction, you're going to put your thought very clearly. You're going to either agree with this view or disagree. Agree with what? Agree that you need not travel and learn about other people's cultures and you can just gain it from here. Or you disagree that no, you have to travel Instead of reading it from books, movies, and the internet, you'll have to travel to learn about other cultures. So those are your thoughts, and you reason them out in your body paragraphs. You pick two reasons based on whatever your opinion is and put them each in your body paragraph 1 or body paragraph 2. Okay, so here again, you're thinking of reasons, so you'll have to use these clues as examples. So when you say books, and when you say that you agree it's not necessary, say how books, movies, and the internet help in making people understand what the other cultures are. You can pick up specific examples of books, movies, and social media, maybe, and talk about how you can just experience everything sitting at home. If you disagree, you can say how books and movies and internet don't do it. So pick up specific examples of travel and specific face-to-face people seeing other people, all of that, how it helps learning other cultures. Pick up specific information and put that in your body paragraphs. All right, so that's it with today's video. Next week I'll see you with another set of questions, and that also will contain the GT test. So I'll see you guys again. Make sure you keep practicing, be consistent, and focus on your basics. But by then, make sure you're also following us on other platforms, Instagram and WhatsApp. The links are there in the description of this video. One more piece of information: if you like to be coached by me, there's an admissions form that you can fill. The link to that is there in the description of this video. You can fill that up, express your interest, and let our counselors speak to you. If you have questions about the program, you can also reach out to me on the same admissions form, and we may have a conversation as well. I'll see you guys in another video. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.